One Central New York mom has penned her own experiences to paper in the form of a new book to celebrate her daughter and the power of inclusion and community.
That's right. Author Lisa Matto's book, The Upside of Downs, will tug on your heartstrings as she shares stories of her daughter, Marley. Lisa joins us this morning with more. Lisa, great to have you on. This is your first book. I guess let's start right there. What prompted you to write it? What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I was keeping track of all the incidents and accidents that Marley seemed to get us into as she was growing up. And when I would recant stories, my friends and family would say, you really need to write a book. So I just kept track of over the years. And I started to write, I would say like 6 years ago. And when COVID hit, the one good thing for me was it opened up time to let me put it together and finish it.
Well, and Lisa, you know, what I love about the title, you know, it's the upside of Downs. Marley has Down syndrome. And what I loved about this book is that, you know, you said right off the bat, this isn't a book on, you know, parenting advice on how to parent a child with Down syndrome, but just my own life experiences. And there really are, you know, some ups and some downs in the story in terms of, you know, what your family and friends and Marley herself dealt with and went through, and how the community did come together, right? I mean, you shared stories about your neighborhood and how they pitched in to help you. I mean, tell us a little bit about some of these great people who you've met along the way.
Well, we live in a wonderful neighborhood, and I think I described it as like if you watch the movie The Sandlot or a 60s or 50s neighborhood. The kids are outside all day, and Marley would leave the house without telling us. From the time she was little, she would go on these little jailbreaks, as the neighbors would call them. And you know, one by one, the phone would ring. Hey, Marley's running down the street, or hey, did you know that Marley's in our yard? And it wasn't just the parents; it was the kids who watched out for her too. So I've always been so grateful and blessed for where we live.
Lisa, why do you think it's important to share your message, and what do you hope that readers take away from the book?
What I hope readers take away from the book, especially, right, this is the week that starts the National Down Syndrome Day, which is Sunday. It's that the kids or people that have this condition or other conditions, they're not different from anyone else. They have a life, and they have ups and downs, like you said. They have friends, they go to school. And so I would hope that, just like our community does, that everyone would look at people who maybe aren't exactly like they are and treat them the same way and give them the same opportunities. Because there's no stopping Marley. Marley can do anything she sets her mind to.
You know, what did you learn in writing this book and putting all these stories together?
That's a great question. First, I think I wrote it to show Marley's growth, and I didn't realize my growth until after it was completed. And when I look at stories where we were in Disney World, and you know, we were at Universal Studios, and I didn't want to get a pass, or at Universal Studios I talk about we had to go see Dean Martin's Star because Marley liked Dean Martin, and it wasn't something that she wanted to do. I had to learn to take cues. And I grew up a lot learning that let my daughter lead the way. And if I do that, then things will work out. I can't control everything. And I think that was my biggest takeaway. I can't control what happens to either of my children, but I can be there to support them.
You know, Lisa, we know that there are resources out there for, you know, children with Down syndrome, for families with children with Down syndrome. How are we doing as a society and as a community with those resources?
For me, I live in the Fayetteville-Manlius district, so it's been really a great experience for us as far as school. The resources are there if you want them. Marley had a great experience at Casey's Place, which is a wonderful place for respite. She went to a great camp that's called Camp Ramapo. It's in Rhinebeck, New York. So the resources are there if you do your homework and figure out what will fit for your child the best.
Fantastic. Well, we just want to thank you so much. This book is so great. You can pick it up read a story here or there. You could read it all in one sitting. It really is a great read. Thank you so much, Lisa, for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Yes, of course. And listen, her new book, The Upside of Downs, is available for purchase on Amazon. It's also available locally at Paula K. Gift Shop in Fayetteville.